I'm Pete the Plumber. Plumbing is what I'm all about. From emergencies to catastrophes, from brand new shiny renovations, let me and my team show you how to get it done and done right. Calgary, we've got you covered. Going over to a good golfing buddy of mine's place, Ed. I've seen it. He has an ancient heater in his garage. It's working, but this is a fire waiting to happen. This has to be over 40 years old, 30 plus for sure. This is an old one. This came over on the Ark. And I've shown him how the new one's gonna save him energy and money, and he's in for that. And I've known Ed for many years. Apparently he went to high school with my wife, Sparky. He has one major character flaw, huge character flaw, which he knows bugs me to no end. I'll share that with you a little later. I gotta calm down about that. I'll share that one with you a little later. That was a tight one, Dally. How you doing?
Good. Good thing I parked on the side. Otherwise, I don't think he would have got by.
I'm glad I didn't park there because he wouldn't have got by either. There you go. As you can see, we're definitely in an older area of Calgary. Tight in the back. Lots of build out. This house has got to be in the 60s.
Yeah, at least.
Sure it is, eh? Yeah.
It's pretty old, for sure.
I'm here with Dallas, as I call him, Dally the A-team guy. Now I want to caution you a bit. I think I know he's been here and I know you've seen him. The owner, calm down, okay? He's an Oiler fan, okay? So I know how you like ripping those guys apart.
Exactly.
So he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. He's an okay golfer too. That's why I like golf with him, because I can keep up with him, right?
Right.
But he's an Oiler fan, and he's going to talk about how the Oilers' great Stanley Cups of the '80s, and you're going to say, "Geez, I was just born in the '80s," you know. So, but just be patient, okay? Just kind of bite your tongue and walk away, okay?
Yeah. Well, instead of ripping him apart, we just ripped his old furnace out instead. So
I like that. I like that. Well, let's go in and see how Taylor's making
Let's
out.
go. Let's take a look.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
This is putting on the hanger, so this holds the unit up in the air for us.
Is there anything specific about the height, or is it just what's convenient?
No, you want it to be all the same height on them so they're level with each other. Next time I see him, give him some words. No invite.
You want to take the camera away so you can throw that in, or? Great.
Back a bit. Towards me. There you go. About there, as far forward as I can go. Yeah. I think you can go a little bit more. I'm gonna hold this.
But it needs to go low a little to make it past the light. Not over yet, bud. Alright, we're in. I don't think from the corners. Just need a few adjustments on some of it. I want to get a level, make sure it's level.
Well, I'm here with a very good buddy of mine. We do a lot of golfing together. And I have no idea why he's a very good buddy of mine, because Ed's an Oiler fan. Ed, how are ya?
Excellent, Pete. How are you doing, buddy? I appreciate the support.
I see I wore my hat, so you had to put yours on, eh?
I did, just to show off with you, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you.
It's always good to have that rock in the shoe so you can appreciate the good Flames fans. He's the rock in my shoe. Anyhow, we're replacing the old, geez, how old is this? Old garage furnace. How old is this guy?
Older than 30 years, because I've only been here about 30 years.
A lot of people used to take them from the house and put them in the garage. I think this is even older than the house furnace by the looks of it. It is an old one. Obviously, it kept up with the times?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's why we're replacing it now, because it's kind of like needs some replacing. It's kind of damaged goods.
Yes. A lot of things to look at. A lot of people took the old furnaces out, put them in the garage, and were very happy, had a nice warm garage. But they're getting to the point of very, very bad efficiency and causing a fire hazard, because the old ones are so outdated, rusting in the whole bit. Great idea to update it now.
Also, it leaks CO2 gas.
Oh, it was leaking, was it? Okay, you had the gas company over?
Yep.
Okay, good. So again, something to check. The gas company will come over and check this for you. No charge. You can hire a gas fitter, but they're going to charge you. Obviously, the gas company will come over, no charge. So that's awesome. Obviously, we're replacing this because Mama wants a warm garage again.
She does want a warm garage. She doesn't want to scrape windows.
That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. That's good. Well, let's go in and see how the boys are making out.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm assuming this is the same intake that they had. You guys didn't have this.
Yeah, so they pretty much had a gas line that was running. They had a little drip lag T here, and then we just pretty much spun this 90 around. We're gonna feed it, run it back up the wall and right to the resonator.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tin that.
Put a little heat shield back there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fan it out pretty big.
Yeah, it's so tight in here.
That is tight.
Kitchen upgrades for any budget. Cabinet refacing. An old kitchen can look new in just a few days. Add roll-out drawers custom fit to your existing cabinets. Closet organizers that make your spaces functional.
At the plate, air care. Safe at first.
We do residential duct cleaning.
Slides into second.
We also do commercial duct cleaning.
And steel's third.
We also do industrial duct cleaning.
Big collision with Pete the Plumber.
Coming home every time, 100% satisfaction guaranteed.
Cobella Enterprises is your personal and professional tiling and flooring company. 25 years of service gives us the experience to provide the wow factor to your home. Call us today for your free quote.
Hi, I'm Chris Cleland, owner at Cleland Contracting. We're your trusted carpentry and renovation specialist. We pride ourselves in quality workmanship, integrity, and professional results. We offer an industry-leading 5-year workmanship warranty. So for your next renovation project, look no further than Cleland Contracting.
Well, we're all done, according to Taylor. Taylor, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Looks awesome. Looks a little tight.
Oh yeah, very.
It was very tight. I have to start with the gas line coming in an old welded 1A.
Yeah.
So as soon as you see that, you shudder a bit, don't you?
Oh yeah. Old welds.
Back in the day in the 60s and even into the 70s, they used to weld the gas line coming out. We don't weld anymore. Now it's all plastic underground pipe and we adapt to it as soon as we can, of course. So we don't have a welder on staff. We'd have to bring a welder in. We try never to disturb the welds, of course. And you did a great job here, of course, because if it was leaking, I'd be smelling her by now.
Oh, yeah.
You've adapted, turned her in, kept her nice and tight. You had a lot of fun with that venting, I see.
Yeah, it had to offset it a little bit, but we got her in.
And you got the heat shield up there just for safety's sake, of course. Yeah. It's now B vent instead of C vent. B vent is double wall thickness. When that's running, you can touch the pipe, no problem at all. The old C vent, as you can see, she was rusted out. Oh, she was rusted out really good. Was ready to go. So that's where carbon monoxide leaking, CO2, like all this stuff would be leaking away. That's why you want to get rid of this stuff. You think, oh, it's great. It was put in the 60s and 70s. It's good forever. It's not good forever. It will rot. Get these things tested and tested out. Anyhow, you got her up there nice and tight. How do you like the new version of the Resner?
She's good. She looks good. The doors are easy access inside of here. And yeah, it was a tight one, but we got her in.
Beautiful. No, it's all powder coated, so this won't rust at all, nope. According to the new specs. The older ones would rust a bit on the fins, but they powder coated the new ones. Great access on the doors. We just love putting them in. Nice tight job, and the retrofits are always the tightest, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, it looks fantastic. We'll get out of here and see how Ed likes her.
Yeah.
Ed, how do you like it?
This looks fantastic, Pete. I'm blown away, pardon the pun, but it actually looks great.
Yes,
I
awesome.
love it.
And a lot more storage space.
Way more space.
The old one was standing.
The wife will be happy about that because that's where her golf clubs are going to go.
There you go.
And so that way we have a nice warm spot to keep them.
Yes.
And this looks fantastic. Better than I expected completely.
Nice and tight, all powder coated, won't rust. We got the new vent with the heat shield. Everything's nice and tight. The Resner will be in here for 30 years. I'm going to call you a bit of a closet fan. Because what do I see over the shoulder right there? What is this? What is this?
That's my wife's. That's my wife's flag, not mine.
That's
not
my
mine.
wife's.
That's
okay.
not mine. It's not mine.
And his wife's a very nice lady.
She is.
Okay, Ed, you're happy. That's all I care about.
I appreciate that, Pete.
Remember,
excellent.
Go Flames, go.
Yes.
Well, today we're at a place called Street Characters. A bit of an unusual place from what I'm told, and I'm here to meet Glenn. Glenn, how are ya?
Pete, good to see you. Welcome to Street Characters. We entertain the world creating the absolute best mascots, period.
Mascots?
Mascots.
Okay, we're going to get into that in a second, but you had a really, really funny request. You need a whole bunch of hot water.
We need a ton of hot water, Pete. We custom dye fabrics here. And you need a ton of hot water to do that. And we've learned some new processes, and we need even more hot water. So that's why we've got you adding a second tank for us.
Let's go find out why Glenn needs all this hot water.
Let me show you.
How big is this organization you got?
Well, Pete, we're about 20 individuals full-time. We are doing 3 to 4 characters a week. We are shipping characters all over the world.
Who's buying characters?
Well, we have worked with more NFL, NHL, Major League Baseball teams than anybody.
Wow.
About half the characters in each team.
Wow.
Typically at Super Bowl, we have 1 or 2 of the teams playing are clients of ours.
And this all started with what character?
In 1984, a buddy of mine went to the Flames and pitched the idea of a mascot for them. And they said yes. And that's Harvey, who was the very first mascot in the National Hockey League.
I knew that.
And one of the first mascots in pro sports. Teams that come play the Flames, and a couple of days later, I'd get a phone call.
They're seeing Harvey.
What a great idea. Can you do one for us?
They're seeing Harvey.
And the response was always, no, this is a lark. We're just doing this for fun. it's not a real business.
Right.
But the calls kept coming and coming and coming. So in '87, we opened our doors.
Okay.
Here we are today.
Wow. Wow.
Top dogs in the industry.
That's impressive. That's impressive. It all started out with one old dog at the Dome.
Right.
Yes.
February 16th, 1984, Lanny McDonald's birthday, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
So there's a shout out to Lanny.
Yeah. And just to give people an idea, people haven't heard of us because 85% of what we do is export.
Right.
We're shipping all over the world. So we're really well known in the United States, but not many people know us here.
Very impressive, Glenn. Let's go see how the boys are making out.
Compro offers post-construction cleanup services for when consumer equipment just doesn't cut it. Our disaster restoration service offers fast recovery from fire, floods, grow-ops, hazardous materials, and other disasters. From asbestos testing and mold remediation to upholstery and furniture steam cleaning. Let Compro tackle all of the really big industrial strength cleaning. Compro, for all your cleaning needs.
Hi, I'm Mike Lee from Toledo Renovations. You love where you live, but it's time. Kitchens, bathrooms, basements, and whole home renovations. Our team works to deliver a positive experience and the perfect final result for you. We're really proud of the feedback we receive from our clients. For over 15 years, we've helped our clients get from before to after. Call me and let's get working on your forever home.
The Animal Rescue Crew Society is a grassroots and welfare organization with a foundation of compassion and kindness. Please join us so we may one day all witness a compassionate world for all animals.
Hi, Pete the Plumber here with your hard water answer for the City of Calgary. The mighty Tahoe, 10.5-year parts and labor warranty, comes straight from Pete. No more hard water buildup nor calcium. No more clogged up hot water tanks with debris. You will not need a 1-800 number because you got a problem, you're calling Pete. And we have the Vecta Pure RO water system. Let's save the environment. Save hundreds of dollars a year water bottling. You don't have to buy anymore because you're going to make your own. Because you know nobody beats Pete the Plumber. Nobody.
FIP by PEX. You can't have PEX in commercial buildings, so what we're going to do is put FIP by sweat, and we're going to do hard copper and just solder it all.
So, see the two panels?
Yeah.
Those have to be accessible.
Yeah.
And we have to have 24 inches in front of it or something to give the slide the element in out.
So we're gonna leave a bit of extra space in front of the old tank. The original tank, it obviously needs to be serviced for the future. So if the plumber that's coming in to do the work, he has access to actually service the tank.
That's key. And again, Glenn wants less intrusion in the shop than ever. This is about as tight as we can get the second tank, which is actually going to be the first tank, but it's as tight as we can get it to the old one, and still giving us about 20 inches of service to pull in and out the element when they do go.
Correct.
Now, what size are these guys?
75 gallon US.
So 150 US gallons of hot water.
That's a lot of water.
What the heck do you need that much hot water for?
I don't know, you gotta tell me.
Okay, now we're going to find out why on earth somebody needs 150 US gallons of hot water. Please explain.
Well, Pete, these are our dyeing vats. You can see they're giant tubs. We've got a small one and a larger one. And the reason we need that is we need to be able to dye fabric.
Okay.
So, teams and organizations, they have their own custom colors. So I need to be able to dye that fabric, that color for that customer. So you can see here's a set of feet where this is custom dyed fabric that we've dyed in the vat and we've now covered.
Who's that shoe for? Shaquille O'Neal?
Well, yeah, actually this is our own mascot. Every mascot company needs their own mascot.
So they will actually bring you a color and say, that's the color we want.
That's the color we want. And a great example is the Houston Texans. Their color is a very specific midnight blue. And we need to be able to dye fabrics to match that midnight blue.
Exactly. Because they're very specific.
It has to be that color.
Right.
So we need large amounts of hot water because it's the heat in the water that causes the fabric to soak in the dye.
Right. Heat attracts everything. Easiest thing to work with. Perfect. And this is to mix the dye?
That's the mixer.
So if you're a rower, you get your practice in and everything.
We're not up the creek without a paddle. That's to mix the dye.
Wow.
Because you need it to be a consistent color.
Right.
Because when you pull it out, it all needs to be the same color. It can't be blotchy and stuff. So we have to make sure it's well mixed, and that's the best way to do it.
So now we know why he needs all the hot water. Let's go see how the boys are making out. We're asking for a whole lot of hot water, so we need a whole lot of energy, in this case electricity, to make it work. And we have Pete the electrician, and we have Cliff here. Cliff, what are you doing?
Well, we got a special switch here that we need to put on Pete. This is a little bit different than your regular household switch. This is rated for 240 volts.
240?
Up to 40 amps.
Okay. And this is gonna have no problem charging our 75-gallon electric tank.
This is just a simple on and off switch. It's made for convenience.
So when they're not using it, they can save the energy.
Exactly.
Perfect. That's awesome. So you wouldn't see this in a house. This is a commercial use only.
Yes.
Gotcha. I'll let you carry on.
Thank you.
Pete the Plumber here, Calgary, introducing you to something I've been waiting for 3 to 4 years. The Tie Docs, or as I call it, the Gator. Air quality protection in your house will kill all airborne pathogens, toxins, chemicals, coronavirus, influenza, smoke from the BC forest fires. What you cooked the night before will kill everything in your house within 8 hours. Calgary, I have a couple of very important things I care about in the air they breathe. Right, Brooklyn? Right, Dino? Give me a call. Hi, I'm Pete the Plumber, here with Mike from Tally Renovations. Mike, what is your secret to these spectacular kitchens in Calgary?
Every family's unique, so we have to design every kitchen for your specific needs and your specific workflow. We focus on the details you want, from prep to cooking to serving and to cleanup. It all fits in a perfect workflow for you.
And that is why Mike is my #1 referral for kitchens in the city of Calgary.
Tally Renovations. Beautiful spaces, built right.
Uppercut Elevators and Lifts. Locally owned and operated, serving Albertans for 25 years. Porch lifts, stair lifts, commercial accessibility, and home elevators. Call Uppercut today for a free consultation.
Hi, I'm Charles. And I'm Alan. And we're All Hope Handiworks. We assemble, we build, we fix, and we paint. Need something fixed? Give us a shout. I'll fix you.
Hey, Pete the Plumber, let's see how tough your truck is.
It's going to be a cold winter, Calgary. High utility bills. I'm going to save you the cash because nobody beats Pete the Plumber, nobody. And it's hard to stop a train.
Get him, Grandpa! No one beats Pete the Plumber, nobody!
Now, the one thing that's so important to every job is safety. We're adding a lot of hot water and very hot water. We're cranking it right up so the dye works and all this magic works for Glenn in the vats. But we also got to remember the shop needs hot water, washing hands in the washrooms and that, and they can't have 170, 180 degree water. They'll scold themselves. So we've had to put a mixing valve. We got Jake the plumber here. How you doing, Jake?
Not bad, not too bad.
Tell me how this is how it's supplied. Where's hot and cold?
So what we have is we have our cold water coming in. That's just our domestic cold water coming from the city. Comes into our mixing valve. We have our hot water coming out of our tanks, coming in at 170, 180. and then our mixed water going throughout the building.
So that pipe going through the wall is going to the bathrooms, the 3 or 4 bathrooms, so no one's going to get scolded. We can throttle it down to anything.
Yep.
Here's the same valve that's up there, red top, the only difference. So basically we can easily, at any time, loosen the nut, turn the cap, and we can throttle hot or cold, whatever Glenn wants. If he wants a little hotter, they get a dishwasher, need hot water down there, you can turn it up. Otherwise, we're gonna set at 110, 120 for washing your hands. Very important mixing valve. We're compensating here with hot water. We have to keep it safe for everybody else in there. How's it look, Jake?
Good, nice and clean, ready to turn the water back on.
Beautiful.
This is what we use to dye for a lot of our characters. It's actually called Muppet Fleece.
Muppet.
It was made by Dow Chemical for Jim Henson so he could make the Muppets. And if you look at the texture of it, it kind of looks like Kermit on this side.
Okay.
So what we do, it's designed to be able to take dye well. So
you buy it white.
We buy it white, and then we dye it. And we need that big vat because here's the end result.
You did all these?
We did all of this in-house. You can see there's all kinds of colors. There's greens, blues, yellows, reds. I saw over here. We do a lot of flesh tone for the people, characters that we make.
Oh, skin tone.
Skin tone,
okay, yeah.
And so we can dye pretty much any color.
And that's why we need 150 gallons of hot water.
U.S. gallons.
U.S. gallons. We're here with Dallas. What do you think, Dallas? How's it looking?
It's looking good, turned out nice, a little bit tight, but we made it work, nothing that we can't handle, so.
Not your neatest job in the whole world, but you were really confined with space, weren't you?
Exactly,
yes, yeah, but it's all tight in there, and that's what Glenn wanted more than anything, because under the stairs is not important space to him, out here is important space. Are we all done?
We're all done.
100%?
100%,
Are
but we
you
still got the wiring to do. We still have the wiring left, but
are you done?
I'm done.
No, you're not. These tanks aren't done till we see Pete the Plumber on them. You know that.
Yes, you're right.
You know that. Not till we see Pete the Plumber on them. And I don't see Pete the Plumber on this one until now. Now you're done.
We're all done. I like it. I like it.
Perfect timing. I need your help here. I want you to grab the corner of the fabric. And grab the paper. And I want you to see what's coming out here.
Hey.
Do you recognize that guy?
That looks familiar.
Is that going to look good in the shot, Pete?
That is going to look awesome.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. Well, you've seen it here, Calgary. You want it put on fabric, you want a character, you want a costume, you gotta come and see my buddy Glenn. Glenn, these are really amazing. These are unbelievable. I'd really like to see one in full costume or live. Is that possible?
Pete, turn around.
Wow. Well, I know who I'm replacing, Jake in Dallas, when I need another plumber. Dino, you missed it. The creators of Harvey the Hound, where he was born. Anyhow, they gave me a souvenir.
Should I get my orders? Hang on.
Nope. No, actually, get it. We'll phone with it. We'll phone with it. Yes. Something for me to stand on.
There you go.
Skinny? Go skinny? No. We're done on the camera.
Do I look skinny, Mike?
What about?
Dallas, stand in front of me.